Hi guys, this is Karen, and as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing a first listen to NCT's first studio album, Regular-Irregular. Today is November the 4th. This album came out, what, October the 8th or October the 9th? I can't remember. But basically, it's been about a month, almost a month. And I wasn't really sure I was going to do a first listen to this. But because I wasn't sure, I just never ended up listening to the album, and today I felt like, you know, let me just catch up on some albums I haven't listened to. And I have had a lot of requests for this. I don't even know if I'm going to post this, let alone when I'm going to edit this. So if this comes out, then hey. But yeah, I've explained in my EXO first listen about like why I've been struggling with first listens. I don't know how the quality of this first listen is going to turn out, but hopefully I can salvage some footage. And once I actually get around to editing this, I hope you guys enjoy it. Fingers crossed. Anyways, NCT has been doing really well with this album. I know they've won some awards on Korean shows. Obviously, they promoted it a little bit in America as well. And I think they've got something to do with like the Mickey Mouse 90th birthday or something of that sort. I don't know what's going on half the time, but they're definitely booked and busy. And yeah, I'm excited to listen to this album. I've heard some really good stuff. I know it's a bit more experimental, but aside from that, I don't know what else is included in this album. So I think it's split up into regular and irregular, at least based on the track list that I'm seeing. So we're going to start off with City 127, which is the first track. Lyrics were written by JQ, Moon Hee-yeon, Taeyong and Mark, who did the rap making. Music by The Stereotypes, Micah Powell, Clarence Coffey Jr. and Taeyong. Oh wow, so he actually took part in the composition of this. Cool. Okay, so The Stereotypes, I've mentioned before in a previous first listen that they're very well known. They worked with Bruno Mars for the 24K Magic album, so if you like that album, you should love their stuff in general. They also work with Taemin on Pressure Number, and I think they've worked with another SM artist, but I can't think of it at the moment. But yeah, their productions are really, really cool, and I really enjoy their work, so I'm excited for this track. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. Okay, Do-young and Taeyo. It kind of reminds me of Angel. Like the little boom bap beat. Okay, it's Taeyo singing. Hey Chan. I like the little duets between the different members of Vocaloid. Gosh, Taeyo and Do-young, it's amazing how similar their voices are. Oh, Yuta's lines! Oh, this part. Come through, baby. Oh, do you hear this part? I went down. Getting me to you. You better. Whoever's playing the piano on this, shout out to you. I don't know if I heard Win Win. I don't think I heard Win Win at all. Okay, that was a cute little bop. I felt like it was like a nice start to the album. It wasn't like hard hitting. I was expecting something hard hitting, to be honest, especially with Irregular coming afterwards. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of Angel that they had on their, was it their first mini album, 5-track album, I think. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, and it was just, oh, and also kind of reminded me of Dear Dream. I felt like if Angel and Dear Dream were like mixed together, this is what you get. Yeah, I really enjoyed like the chilled vibe of it. Like I said, it just felt like you were taking like a stroll. Although this song seems to be more suited towards the night, because they were kind of using all these different metaphors about, you know, walking at night, and how Mark was saying that he's more awake at night, like the city, and all that kind of stuff. But I felt this was more of like a afternoon type of stroll type of song. But yeah, it was just chill. Love the vocals in this. I like the part where they would split into duos and do like a little harmony, or like they'll sing this like section. but it was really confusing with Doyoung and Taeyeon. And when Taeyeon was singing with Haechan, I felt like he drowned Haechan a little bit, but I loved that part with Haechan where was it like a bridge? I think so. He absolutely killed it. Yeah, but I felt like I didn't even hear win-win at all, at least from reading like the lyrics and seeing the color-coded members and stuff. I don't think he had a main line in this, or maybe he did and I just didn't see it at that time. But yeah, that's the only thing. But yeah, Yuta actually had a lot of lines in this that I wasn't expecting at all. Yeah, it was just like a chill bop. I don't know if it's like one of my favorite pieces you've done, but it's still enjoyable and it's still a song I'll definitely listen to. Okay, track number 2 is Regular, and this is the Korean version. Lyrics were by Kugi, Tommy Strait, Taeyong, and Mark. And then music by Mike Daly, Mitchell Owens, Vito, George Kranz, and Yu Youngjin. Vito was the writer that did FX's Four Walls, actually. And I think he actually commented on my page when I did the reaction to this, so shout out to Vito. And he wrote the lyrics for the English version, so he's the one that you have to, you know, thank, I guess, for those very interesting lyrics. I'm not going to listen to this because I've already listened to it a few times, and actually I want to say I do prefer the English version to the Korean version, which is funny because I tend to prefer the Korean versions of any song to the original English versions. Usually the thing I find with like the English demos or songs that have been translated to English, like for example like the Bad Boy English versions, I always say like English, I don't know, I feel like English is a bit too sparse of a language and there's more syllables in the Korean language. So I tend to prefer how packed the Korean language sounds in songs. I don't know if this makes any sense, but it just feels like there's more going on. I feel like it tends to match like the different beats better than English does. But I think with a song like Regular, the sparseness of like English worked way better than the Korean, because with the Korean, when I was listening to the Korean version, it just felt like they were trying to fit so much to try and sort of mirror the same vibe as the English version, and it didn't quite work for me. Listen to the English version before the Korean version dropped, so maybe I'm just a bit more used to that. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But I love the production. Like I said, it's like a De Niro meets I Like It, baby. I'm still waiting for someone to do a mashup. I don't know if anyone has done it yet, but I hope that someone does, and I hope that SN, you know, plays their cards right and, you know, invite J-Lo and Cardi B on the remix if they want. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, Regular is a fun song. I love listening to it. And yeah, I thought it was just a straight up banger that we didn't know we needed, and the video was rude as hell, the choreo was rude as hell, but thoroughly enjoyed it. So we'll move on to the next one, which is Replay PM 127. This was written by Bang Hye Hyun, music by London Noise and Varen Wade. Obviously London Noise, you should be well aware of who London Noise is by this point. They've written so many different tracks. I feel like, you know, you guys can just go on Wikipedia and find all the stuff that they've written. But they've written for EXO, FX, Shiny, you name it, they've done it. And I tend to really, really enjoy their productions. So yeah, I'm super excited for this song actually. Okay. Okay, Jaehyun. I love the vocals already. I like the way it's being sung. Okay, Yuta. Is that Haechan doing the... How many... Oh, he's singing now. Bitch! Of course, London Noise always give us the house tunes. Hey, that was a nice pause. Hey. Oh, Win and Jungwoo. Okay. Oh. I'm really liking these little duets. So Yuta and Doyoung here. Oh, Doyoung. Oh. That part reminded me of Sun and Moon actually. Spit it out. Hey, hey, it's my part right. I just want to be loved. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Is that how you end it? Are you kidding me? You don't do it like that's like a bridge at the end. Listen, that song right there, that was the jam. That was the bop. That was the bop that we didn't know we needed, but we needed. Oh my god, London Noise. London Noise and Varen Wade. Thank you for that production. Like, that was what I need. Oh my god. You know, that's what I feel like I've been missing from the SM groups. We're waiting for that house bop that we just needed. Oh my god, that was so good. The vocals, the chorus, you guys, I've mentioned this before. I love it when a chorus is meaty. But I also really enjoyed the little duos with the singers. Even Win was joining in the harmony, I was like, yes, even though I feel like he needed more lines. But Do-young absolutely killed it on this song. Do-young was having the time of his life. Oh my gosh, that was my kind of song. That's definitely my favorite of all of them. It's just such a fun song. You guys know I am obsessed with house music. Anything that just makes you want to dance off the bat, like, I'm always here for it. Imagine listening to Shiny's View, FX's Four Walls, having this, and Summer 127. Like, imagine just, you know, playing all of these, like, you know, back to back to back, and just having the time of your life. Like, this is just the song that we needed, like that end of summer bop that we just required, and I totally loved it. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so the fourth track is Knock On. Lyrics are by Zaya and Kim Minji. I think Kim Minji actually wrote a song on EXO's Don't Mess Up Your Tempo album. The name sounds familiar. Music by Jay Ruston and MZMC. MZMC is out here getting his checks, you know. I feel like all the SM albums I've listened to this year, he's like taking part in the writing of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh, I like this beat. The first half of this album is very dreamy. Okay, Jagan. Okay, you're sorry. Oh. Okay, Mark. Oh my gosh, Teo. Everyone is singing. I want to know you a little bit more. I mean, you can know everything about me if you want. Oh! Oh my god. Wait, no, let's pause because this is... What? Excuse you. First of all, are you hearing these harmonies? Like, and it's like layered harmonies as well. Half of the group is singing one melody and the other singing another one, and it's like layered on top. I don't know what the technical terms for it is, but it's like basically two different harmonies at the same time, and it sounds so freaking good. This is like super dreamy, like floating on air, like whisk me away to the freaking skies. Like, I am living for this vibe, okay? Oh my gosh, Taeyong? Are you hearing him? And this stop it. This sultry, like the way they're ending the vowels, and like it's just the sultriness about it. Like, excuse you. Oh, Jungwoo. And also, Taeyong is using a lot of his lower register here. Is this my boy? Is my son? That's run. Oh my god. The harmonies in this. Oh my god. Whoever wrote the vocal arrangement for this and directed the vocals, shout out to you. It's such a weird chorus as well. Oh, the ad-libs in the background. Hey. Excuse you? Oh my god. I think that's actually my favorite song, you know. Like Replay, I feel like it's like my favorite like upbeat one, but this, oh my god. Like it wasn't crazy vocals, it was very understated. They were giving us just like subdued sultry, which I'm always here for. But the harmonic lines in this, Jesus Christ, what is SM feeding these people? Are you trying to kill me? Like, you guys know how I feel about solid, beautiful harmonies, but honestly, that's probably one of my favorite arrangements, vocal arrangement. Just I don't hear people sing like that very often. Like the way they were doing their runs, and then the harmonies, even the harmonies were a little bit unconventional in the sense where it doesn't go where you expect it to, and just fits the overall like really dreamy vibe of this first half of this album. I just absolutely loved it. They absolutely killed it. I can't even pick like one member that just absolutely stood out for me, because they all just, you know, held their own and just made it their song. And even Rapperline was giving me vocals. Like I love that song. I really like that song. So Replay and this song are definitely top two contenders at the moment. Okay, so now we're going to track number 5, which is No Longer, or Naye Modun Sungan. Naye Modun Sungan means like my every moment. So lyrics are by Hwang Hyun and music by Andres Obak. Oh my god, I love Andres Obak. Simon Petrin, who I love as well, Gustav Karlstrom, Onesta Esna. Esna, oh my god, okay. Esna, I don't know if you guys remember Mamamoo's song, Aoop. She kind of has this like very old retro vibe about her song, so yeah, I'm very excited for this one. And it was a ballad, and this is just vocal line as well. Beautiful piano, and the symphony. Like the string section. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that was nice. Ooh. This song reminds me of something. It reminds me of All For Once, I Swear. I don't know, like that part where THRU was singing, I think it just reminded me of a melody from I Swear by the Moon and the Stars. There was a part of that melody that reminded me of that, so that's why I had to pause, because it was just bugging me. Because all of my moments want you. Aww. Mr. Baritone, can you not? They're giving me... Okay, no, I've now realized what song it reminds me of. Saying I love you, it's not the words I want to hear from you. I can't remember what who the artists are, but for some reason the background harmonies reminds me of that particular song. That's a great song, by the way. If you guys don't know what that song is, you need to figure it out. Can I say this is one of my favorite ballads of this year? Is it too soon to say that? The vocal arrangement is stunning. I don't know what to pay attention to, the background vocals or the actual singing. The emotion! Oh my gosh. And the piano. Oh my gosh. There needs me. Yes! You better! Listen to Hey Chat. Oh my gosh. Oh my god! I am just like, I don't even know what to say. Like, what'd you say to that? What'd you say to that? I'm just, how did you hear those vocals? Like, I am just, that was absolutely stunning. Andreas Oberg wrote One of These Nights by Red Velvet, and he actually said that that's one of his favorite works that he's done for SM artists, and his ballads are absolutely stunning. And you know, I think he also worked with Simon Petrin on that song as well, because I absolutely love One of These Nights. But this, oh my god, the arrangement, just the instrumental, just the with the piano, I think towards the end when they was getting to like that crescendo moment, they added some drums and stuff like that. But then the symphony, like the string section, oh my god, it was absolutely stunning. But the vocals, Jesus Christ, Hey Chan, I mean, oh my god, Hey Chan, I have to say, is someone who definitely understands his voice and knows the different elements to just make it shine. Like, because I've always mentioned that Hey Chan's voice is very unique, and it's one of those ones that depending on the song you can either really like it or hate it. But I think like ever since his debut with NCT 127, I think he has been utilized in the best way possible. He incorporated it in a way where you just can't help but love it. Like, oh my gosh, and he just sounded so good in that. Do-young and THRU, what do we need to say? What do we need to say about those two? They just wowed. Like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just like amazed. I'm just like wowed. I'm just woo. Okay, this album is shaping up to be one of my favorite albums of this year. Definitely one of my favorite albums of this year. Oh my gosh, that was only the 5th track. Like, oh my god. Okay, so now we're moving on to the interlude, and I'm guessing this is where we're going to actually see the change between the regular version to the irregular version. And I've been told that irregular version is definitely the more experimental part, and I think from listening to the what's it called, the album medley, like earlier on, when you know the album was actually, no, before the album was actually released, it did seem a little bit more experimental, but I haven't listened to it since then. So yeah. Oh, it's actually a full song. I didn't realize that. Okay. Oh, it's only 4 members. Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't really heard Johnny actually.
2014년 6월 20일.
Okay.
SM 연습생 생활을 처음으로
Oh, he was a trainee in 2014. Okay.
모든 것이 새롭고 낯설었지만 꿈, 바로 그 꿈이라는 것을 꾸기 시작했다. 日本から始まった僕の夢は
Okay, they always say it in their own languages. Okay.
まだ遠く感じるデリューの思い
Japanese is a really lovely language.
君も今頃は僕の夢を
Oh, nice.
在梦境我看到了波浪打动了我的内心深处
Very interesting. Because usually interludes are only like a minute long, but yeah. I guess it serves as a nice break to enter the second half of the album. Wish?
What we see,
Of
a
course.
scene, is but a dream. than a dream.
Okay. Okay. This kind of reminds me of one of the songs on To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Like the production. I don't know what song it was though. But like the transition bits to the next song, it kind of had a beat like this. Was that Taeyong's voice? I forgot I didn't mention who did that section. So the music was by Kim Kyung-min and Hitchhiker. That makes so much sense. Hitchhiker, his brain just works in a very interesting way. He always has like the most experimental beats that I can't even like begin to understand how he comes up with them. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. But yeah, that was interesting. I wasn't expecting it to be like a full track because, like I said, interludes tend to be much more shorter than that. But I thought it was nice having them obviously kind of explain, you know, how they've got in here and like the dreams that they're realizing and making it all poetic and stuff. But yeah, interesting. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the next track, which is Van or Ne Van or My Van. Lyrics by Kim Dong Hyun, Taeyong and Mark, and music by Kim Dong Hyun and 250. Okay, I'm seeing a few lyric videos. Some of them have Jungkook in it, some of them don't. But I'm going to put the one with Jungkook in it just to see. I'll try and work out if he does sing in it, even though I've not really quite memorized what his voice sounds like. So this is a unit with Taeyong, Yuta, Jaehyun, and Mark for definite. And then I think Jungkook features on it. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go. Jungkook. I'm guessing they're talking about their life as an idol. Sounds like a metronome. Home is meaningless. Wow. Feet while moving, the sound of rolling wheels. Well, they do spend a lot of their times in a van or some sort of moving vehicle, so that makes sense. What's that? Okay. Okay, so like the people looking into their vans, like, you know, fans that keep following them. I like the use of the van as a metaphor. Okay. You don't estimate as hard as you think. Let them know. This almost sounds like, you know, the songs you hear on SoundCloud? Do you get what I mean? Wow, okay. Okay, first and foremost, that was very interesting. I think that's actually a really hard beat to rap on. I commend people who can rap on beats like this because it's just so, like, unconventional in comparison to like the normal like boom bap beats or like the trap ones and stuff like that. I just feel like it's such an unconventional beat, and to try and match your flow to like the different things going on, I think it's amazing if people can do it in a way that still sounds like listenable and not as jarring. So yeah, that was interesting. I like the use of the van as a metaphor, like with them driving around. Obviously, you know, they spend a lot of their times in like a car or on a plane, just moving from place to place, from the studio to another studio, from location to location. You know, they spend a lot of their time just, you know, traveling and moving along, and I like how they use that as saying like, yes, we keep driving, but we're also driving towards like our goal. Obviously keeping with the theme of using that as a metaphor, they were saying like, yeah, this is a hard road, and half the time I don't really know where it's leading up to, and it's still uncomfortable, but we know that the longer we stay on this road, that it's going to lead us somewhere, it's going to get our destination, which I thought was really interesting. So I like that the use of that imagery and that metaphor. What else? Is it like a song that I'll listen to on a regular basis? I don't think so, but I definitely think this is probably one of their most personal songs that they've done. Obviously, you know, basically also talking about how people, the negative sides of being an idol, the things that they have to struggle with, the things that people assume about them and don't realize the amount of work that goes into them being an idol. Obviously, there's always like that backlash of being a part of a big three company, and people kind of alluding to the fact that they don't work nearly as hard as like the people in non-big three companies. And I've always said to that, like, yes, there is privilege to being part of the big three, in the sense that they do get more exposure just with the fact that the big three companies are just massive and well known. They're able to get their foot into the door much quicker than other idols would, but that doesn't mean they don't work as hard. That doesn't mean they don't put in effort. That doesn't mean that they don't spend sleepless nights. That doesn't mean they just get everything for free. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because they are part of the big three that the road is any easier. They just have perhaps more access to things than other groups don't have. But like I said, that it also depends on how the public perceives them, because even if they're part of the big three and the general public don't really like them, they're not going to make it. So I thought it was nice that they kind of addressed that. And yeah, okay, yeah. So the next song is Come Back, or Akmong. Isn't Akmong like a nightmare? Lyrics by Bong Eun-young, Ryu Dasom, Taeyong and Mark, and music by Mike Daly, Mitchell Owens, Deez, Michael Jimenez, Tay Jasper, MZMC. We already know who Deez, Tay Jasper and MZMC and Mike Daly as well. They've worked with EXO quite a bit, so if you know about their productions there, you should kind of know, you know, the kind of music that they do. But I'm actually quite excited for this. So. Okay, vocalist. Sorry, did you hear that harmony? Did you hear the harmony? And then who was it? Do-young coming after that? Wow. Hey! Okay, yes. Okay. I like the use of the lower registers. No, this production. This is my song. Oh, that was nice. I have no words. I genuinely have no words. Oh my god. The quality, the production level, the harmonies, the rap, the different sections. Jesus Christ, this album is insane. Like, oh my goodness, this is my kind of music. Oh my god. You see, I don't like to call myself an SM stan, but I kind of am. But they just make music that I just understand, I get. It's just so suited to my taste. I just feel like every single time, like, I always find music here that just, I'm just like, wow, like, you guys know me and the things I like. That was my jam. That is definitely my favorite one out of the regular songs so far. There's just everything about it was just sick. The little different section that doom 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 doom, that beat, oh my god, I was living for that. Like, they absolutely killed it. I don't even know what to say. That's my jam. That's my jam. I don't know if it's like has beaten the other ones that I like yet, but definitely a top contender as well. So the next song is Fly Away With Me, or Shingiru. Why did I think of that word in Crystal's voice? I feel like she said that line somewhere in an FX song. I don't know. Lyrics by Kang Eunjung and Hwang Yubing, and music by Rory Andrew, Francesco Yates, and Dylan Pace Rodriguez. Okay, I don't know what to expect, and I don't really know these writers and producers, so it should be interesting. Okay, no, we need to sit down because I don't understand. No, I don't understand. What is this group trying to do to me? First of all, I have never heard a beat like this before. Like, it sounds familiar, but it also sounds very unconventional, and I really like this. You see, I really do like an unconventional beats. It just has to make sense to my brain. Like, it doesn't have to make complete sense, but it has to progress in a way that just blows my mind in the best possible way, and that's what they're doing right now with this production. Do you? Oh, and that harmony. Okay, oh, Yuta. Okay, they let Yuta out of the dungeon vocal wise, and he's out here flexing on us. Finally, I'm hearing Johnny properly. Yes. Are you hearing it, chat? Oh my god. Listen, wherever you want us to fly to, I'm there. Do I need to get my passport? Fam, any day of the week. Doyoung! Doyoung is doing the most on this album. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say. Like, I feel like I'm just not having the words to really fully encapsulates like the joy, the confusion, but the good confusion, like the beautiful confusion that's going on in my brain, just, you know, trying to let all of this just sink in. Like, wow, this is a solid studio album. Like, and it's like, you guys know I've loved like every single, you know, NCT 127 album, but this is just on another level, which is exactly what you want to hear. You know, you want to hear like a massive improvement or a massive change in direction, but still kind of keeping in tune with like their concept and who they are and the stuff that they've done before. Like a good mix and mash of new and old. But oh my, I was not expecting this. This is just beyond anything I was expecting. I don't know what to say about that song. I liked it. What is a favorite? What is an actual favorite on this album? Like, I have no words. So next song is Regular, but you guys have already seen me react to that and I already love it. Shout out to the producers. But yes, let's go to the last song, which is Run Back to You, which is a bonus track. Initially when I saw this, I was like, is this like a follow-up to Back to You? But from what I remember of the album medley, I think this was like also very experimental. Obviously this is like the experimental section of the album, so I don't think it's gonna be like an R&B track, but they've already given us a few R&B ones on here. Lyrics are by Kim Min-seok and Double Dragon, and music, oh my gosh, is by Donald Hazel Sales and Double Dragon as well.
Yeah, I can't do without you, girl.
Excuse you?
It's like, you know.
Jaehyun given us melodic raps? Wait. This beat? Oh, continue! Why is everyone rapping? I'm not mad at it, but I'm confused. Jungkook, oh my god. No, wait. No, we need something for this. This is a song that I feel like requires a scarf. Where's my scarf of Lord? Got it. Let's go. I'm getting like a low Afrobeat section here. No! What? Oh, they're doing duos! Isn't that the bass bot to be? Oh my god! This is how I was introduced to SM Rookies actually. It was bass bot 4 years ago. Oh my god. Hey. Come on. It kind of reminds me of Antenna by Fuse ODG. Just this little section. What? Hey. Listen, the African in me is rejoicing right now. Where's this guitar section? I'm telling you, this song was made for me. You don't understand. Africans can rejoice, man. This is our song. You're going to end it like that. When I was just getting into it as well. Listen. I don't even know what to say. I have been through a lot with this album. You guys were really requesting for me to like react to this. Like I knew it was going to be good, but I was not expecting this level. And I wasn't expecting for my mind to just be completely blown the way it was just now. We went through how many genres in this? How did they come up with these things? Like these producers, like what goes on in your brain? Can I have a bit of that? This is the level of creativity that I just happen to lack in my life, and I would love for someone to inject this type of like just brilliant confusion into my life. Okay, that album, wow. Dare I say their best album? Is that a bit too presumptive? I think it's their best album. I definitely think so. Like, listen, I know like the Limitless album was on another level, but like this right here is like a combination of all the things they've done, and in their best possible way. They just went through all the different motions with this album, which is exactly what NCT is intends to do with their concept. And wow, they knocked it out the park with this one. I don't know what else to say. What is a favorite? You now have to pick a favorite out of this. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split the album into half, and then I'll try and order it that way. And then, yeah, okay. Knock On, Replay, No Longer. City 127 Regular. The Interlude, I'm not really counting that. So now in the irregular version, oh sweet Jesus, Run Back to You, Come Back, Fly Away With Me, My Van, no, wait, no, okay, oh my god, Run Back to You, Come Back, Regular, Fly Away With Me, oh, and then My Van. I don't know what to put regular in this because I would have to think about it, but let's go with that for now. They killed it. Vocal line killed it. I also really enjoyed the fact that they split the members up for certain songs, and they got some of the members that don't tend to have as many lines to shine on some of them. Johnny's was still disrespected on this album. I barely heard him. I don't know if it was just the line distribution was wrong on some of the ones that I watched, but I felt like I only really heard him in the Run Back to You, or was it Fly Away With Me? I don't know. But I feel like I didn't really hear him as much. He's a sub-vocalist, so I'm not expecting him to have like ridiculous amount of lines. But if you're gonna split the members up for different songs, I was expecting him to definitely have more lines on some of them. But yeah, Yucha came all the way through. Yucha came all the way through on this album. Like, wow, he was living his best life on this album, and I am so happy for him. Like, I know Yuta stans are probably rejoicing right now, and you should, because he killed it. Do-young, sweet Jesus Christ, Do-young, Haechan, Taeyo, but Do-young, especially out of these the four vocalists, insane, absolutely insane. Haechan, my son, my child, my baby, he came through. Oh my goodness, what? And then Taeyong and Mark, like that Run Back to You, they killed it on that. The rapping, I love the fact that also the vocalists were rapping on this as well. Like, it was like a melodic rap, but I love that they took part in that. I don't know what to say. I'm absolutely floored. I've only got like a minute left to talk, and I really don't have anything to say. They absolutely killed it. This was a fantastic album. Like, just from start to finish, it was absolutely brilliant. If you want experimentation, if you want some of their more conventional songs as well, it just had a good mix of conventional and unconventional. I think the name Regular-Irregular is such a perfect description of what this album brings. And you know, they're experimental babies of SM, and they definitely held up to that name. Wow, I'm floored. I'm genuinely floored. What is our favorite album this year? SM, listen, if SM carries on this way, yeah, listen, if SM doesn't give us an SM town, when you have all these albums, all this talent, and you're not bringing them to me for me to enjoy live, like, what are you doing? Like, who do I need to talk to? Please bring them to Europe, please, for the love of God, or just bring them for a concert over here. It doesn't have to be SM town, but just I need to see NCT like live and hear all these songs like live. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments below, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys later. Bye bye.
다시 볼 수 있을까 긴 여행의 끝엔 wanna be together